Hi, everyone. Welcome to Throwback Falcon. This is our nostalgia podcast that we do here on the Free Enterprise channel with the Restream team. For episode 68, I guess we're talking about Sky Dancers? So, for those of you who are not alive in the 90s, first of all, we could all make poor choices, and that's one of them. But, but
May I interject for a moment
Yes,
and say that I
yes.
have played the GBA game? I had to run it in Akusa Grande once.
Wait, really?
Yes, I
Oh
beat
my
it in
gosh.
5 minutes.
That's fantastic. I'm so proud of you. So my part of this is that I actually went and I watched the first 2 episodes of the television series. And you know what? I'm going to give Sky Dancers, the television series, some credit for having what is best described as a multiracial, like, magical teen team. Like it's 3 girls and 2 boys, and they have like magical transformation sequences, and it's like half isekai because then they have to go to the fairy wingdom to go and like protect it from this. The bad guy's the one guy who got like the worst name out of everyone because he's Sky Clone, and I'm like, why is that your name? No one has explained this to me. But you know what? The background design in that show actually good. The set design is actually fantastic. That's my hot take.
My hot take is you somehow put together a podcast with a single person who has seen 2 episodes of the show, one person who's played the GBA game, and then 2 people who have no idea what you're talking about.
This is great. This is fantastic. This is how I want to run a podcast.
But I feel like this is not supposed to be a podcast. I feel like I'm supposed to press a button and bring up another screen.
I have
Right.
seen the video of it's like a family at Christmas in the 90s, and the girl gets one and she's playing with it, and then it floats into the fireplace.
I've seen that. I have seen that.
I mean, to be fair, having owned Sky Dancers as a child, I can confirm they are actually dangerous and will whack you in the face.
Oh, absolutely. Well, there was this was being the 90s. All toys were gendered. There was a male version of Sky Dancers called Dragonflies,
Yes.
and I'm pretty sure it was spelled with a Z because it was the 90s. But the flight is might was their tagline.
What was it? I guess it's like I know the tagline for the TV show because I watched the 2 episodes. With if it is to be, it's up to me, which I actually kind of like. I'm willing to give like Sky Dancers the TV show like a chance. Also, in the doll line, I want just everyone to know that they eventually started having like all sorts of like weird Sky Dancers, including a bunny one where she had magical bunny ears. And I'm kind of super down with that. But yeah, we actually had to do a thing.
Yeah, so Scarlett, you're back. Do you wanna lead us in like you normally do? Because you're in the commentary chair this week.
I know, it's super weird. I'm not used to being in this
Is this
chair.
your first time being listed as a commentator on a Free Enterprise Restream?
No. Long ago, I was a commentator once or twice. I know I was a commentator with Couch, and it was fantastic. And Couch carried me beautifully, like you would expect him to.
Understandable.
But yeah, it is Wacky Races. We are doing Sky Warriors this week. And because of that, we must defeat the Lord of the Sky himself, Plague. So that's who we are off to find. And we're starting with Palom, who is the least useful character on this flag.
Was that your bit for this week?
I know my bit originally was just about Sky Dancers, and then I just kept expanding on it until I made everyone have to recognize that Sky Dancers were a thing.
Oh, okay, so the bit turned into the gag.
Yes, you got it.
Got it. Okay, well, I'm gonna let racers know that we're about to drop the gate. I don't want to surprise them.
Yes.
Dropping in 15 seconds.
By the way, Zoe, before you do that, are we going to be watching in Discord or on the stream?
I'll get you Discord in a moment. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Let me drop the gate first.
Yeah, let's do that.
Panic.
It's been a lot of panic in here today. That's fine. That's how you know it's Wacky Races. So yeah, I'm in the commentary booth. I'm joined by the absolutely wonderful Dijon Ketchup. Smapey is here to actually do work. And then Zoe's doing like the actual like legit hard work of trying to make OBS do what it needs to do.
I think you can see it now.
Oh, through the magic of Discord, we now can watch this live. I'm so excited.
And I started the timer.
Yes. Oh my gosh. This is great. We got twins, we got a magma key. This is all fantastic.
I'm sorry. I think it was Coffee Jugabos who asked me for no palom. I'm sorry.
Oh well, too bad. He'll get a palom and he'll like it.
Quake Kid has turned into Virus Kid. Guys, does anyone want to explain exactly what this Wacky flag's about?
It's pretty simple. Everything floated. Everything. So all your enemies are going to float. All your characters are going to float. That's how it works. So it does mean that Quake is completely useless. But it also means... Oh,
we all float down here.
Also, it means that you do not get damaged by any floors.
I hate when I get damaged by floors.
I know, right? It's the worst. But yeah, we're just gonna... Looks like everyone's just going straight to Agart. Exactly what I would expect. I believe it does mean that there is the increase of damage to bows and spears. Oh, and kick too. Thank you, chat.
Weirdly, kick.
Kick counts as a flying attack.
Oh yeah, because you've seen how Ying does it. He flies off the ground. So like it's weirdly. I don't know if it's actually air elemental or if it's just part of kick, but yeah, it does extra damage.
I love it. It's fantastic.
Did you also know that you can't kick while floating though?
Oh, kick! Oh, kick is useless. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So I'm sleepy and started just pretending I knew what I was talking about, which is most of my commentary shifts. And then I was like, wait, no, I know what Infidel meant now. Abort mission, abort mission. Stop faking it till you make it, because you didn't make it.
But listen, I believed you.
I did believe you too!
It's because I'm a good commentator. And I use those powers for evil. No, it's not unable to hit flying enemies. Yang can't use it if he's floating.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Okay.
That's the problem.
Did it. We got there.
Ignore everything else I said. We'll fix that in post.
I like how there's the implication that there's a post.
I wish there was a post.
It hasn't been so far.
Where did this egg come from and why is it on my face? That was a curse string. That was nice.
Yeah.
You used the siren, that's where it came from.
Oh, and you guys heard of WMAC Masters? Heck yeah! We were talking about it before the restream, and I was thinking about it because I remember seeing it as a kid, and then I thought I imagined the entire thing until I sat down and finally figured out the right keywords to Google to pull up clips of it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this thing did exist.
It's always weird, like when you have like those like sort of like things that you kind of know existed, but you're not like 100% sure about them. And you know, it was the 90s. No one had internet yet.
Yeah, WMAC Masters was the the scripted, choreographed martial arts show that had like it was these weird storylines, but it was fantastic, and I loved it. But I was also like 6, so I can't imagine how good it actually was. Yeah, it was basically like pro wrestling, but martial arts instead. Ooh.
Hey.
That's a freebie.
That's not currently a freebie. I don't think you have the HP to survive it yet.
That's true. That's true. Okay, fine. It is a future freebie.
Yes.
Probably want more characters to take advantage of the HP or XP as well.
Oh,
but we're gonna see what that sparkle is.
Is this our plague? Nope.
Nope. It is a plague, but
I do appreciate the moxie of everyone coming in here, like, and just, oh, Clopper's gonna go for it.
Yeah, if you get Porm, as long as she doesn't take the fire too, I guess you're fine. But a fire 2 is probably gonna.
Everyone has so much moxie. I love it.
I guess Porm can survive a single fire 2, most likely. Oh yeah, I thought it hit for like 120 here for some reason. Oh, but it always drops the magic power. Never mind.
Yeah. Yay, scripts.
Yeah, so you're good.
gets to appreciate the FF4 float animation for all of this.
Yep, I love seeing King Queen Evelyn floating. It's very hilarious to me. They're just vibing.
Queen Evelyn looks like she is floating anyway. Like, is she supposed to be like a Lamaya?
She doesn't have legs.
Yeah.
Is she supposed to be a Lamia?
Well, because that would be like an interesting FF2 like throwback. Because she looks very FF2 like.
She lacks torso. Is the problem I have with her being a Lamia?
Does she though, or is that just like foreshortening?
Oh yeah, maybe the torso is hidden under what I guess are feathers.
Yeah.
I've never
she's
looked
got,
that closely at her sprite.
Also, like the position she's in.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she's got like the royal horns.
She looks like
that
a
they
spring.
Have in FF2.
She looks like
She does look like a spring. I mean, let's all be honest about that one.
She's a Quetzalcoatl. She's a Slinky.
And,
Snake, you can talk.
Slinky. Yeah.
King Evelyn looks like John Goodman.
Well, there's required that King Queen is required.
But yes, Mage, you can talk if you want to. It's totally fine. We don't.
Are you sure there's a lot of revelry in here already?
Oh, it's not like the normal reshoots where we just sort of gently like put the tracker in the quiet booth. it's the code of silence. Now there you go. There's a weird TV show reference. Am I the only one who ever watched Get Smart?
Also, what is going on? There are so many gift subs going on right now.
Oh my gosh, Heretic Trace, thank you.
Like we've got a hype train
Heretic
going.
Trance. Thank you.
Clop for seeing. Oh yeah, no, that's not Plague.
That's a Canadian nope rope.
Also, thank you Zinglong in chat for getting my Get Smart references. That's a good show if your like preferred like type of like heterosexual couple is like extremely on point and powerful lady and absolute himbo.
So The Simpsons.
I mean, Max is a nice guy.
Missed it by that much.
Oh. Well, what's our job, Dwarf? Wait, some kind of electronics thing?
Yeah, I saw electronics and it just went by too fast.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna watch it on instant replay. It's still too fast. By instant replay, I mean I also have the Twitch stream pulled up as well as watching the Discord stream. Electronics engineer?
Multi-stream combo.
What's it? Yes. Combo.
Multi-ball.
Multi-ball. I think I realized what the actual problem is. I am pretty sure we have multiple people in this VC who have ADHD, or at least have the symptoms of it. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
I say that with love and including myself in that circle.
I'm still finding the right dose and medication.
Oh boy, that's something I have to look forward to later.
Yeah.
Hooray!
I also need to do that. But yes.
Well, yeah, that's a thing for the future. I want to actually, get that looked at.
Yeah, same.
That is future Scala's problem.
Yes. Present Scala already has a bunch of problems. All right. So Klopper going into found the Dwarven wine. Fantastic. Who's up here? Oh, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
Waterhag.
So excited. You're right. Because it didn't have the little stutter.
Didn't have the pause. Yeah.
Shout out to Waterhag having two shadows.
Right?
It does.
The shadow's
Also,
got a shadow.
Resetting because miss.
Yes. I would also reset because miss.
Yeah.
Ooh, gonna look into Eblan Cave, I know it's technically Cave Eblana. You have to kind of make it sound fancy. Oh, that's nice, finding the Staleman right at the front.
Yeah.
Now you get to loot everything else.
Also, with Klopper going through Sylvan Cave, one of the fun things about always floating is no floor damage.
Yes, and no flashing.
Yay!
Yay, no flashing.
It's like being a geomancer without the terrible command ability.
Wait. Which like geomancer? Like which like series
I'm
geomancer?
assuming 5. FF5.
I was thinking 5, but you know, take your pick. Has there been a good geomancer yet?
No, the FF12. Sorry, the FFT tactics ones are perfectly fine, except you know you're kind of limited because you can only do what you're standing on.
That's fair.
And once Square Enix stops being cowards and gives us Geomancer as a Final Fantasy 14 healer, then we'll be
if only
we'll be fine. I was so excited, and then it didn't happen.
I want it. I've already got a ability set planned. Just pay me, Square Enix. You can have it.
I want it like
for sale.
I'm happy for.
They have abilities that randomly put like spots in the ground that if you stand in, they enhance other abilities. So it's a very mobile healer. There you go.
Like
it should work for you.
Like in like Disgaea, with the geotiles.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
I'm happy with Sage and Reaper, but I was very much looking forward to Geomancer and Magitech Knight. So
yes, me too. I wanted like Mystic Knight, Magitech Knight, something like that.
Yeah.
I wanted my Rune Fencer, whatever.
I wanted my my Beatrice LARPing to be real.
Exactly.
I'm just glad there's Bunny Boys. That's all I care
Bunny
about.
Boys are powerful. Yes.
Yeah.
They're very powerful. It got me to download the benchmark test just so I could try and make my OCs from back in the FF12 era.
I was also hoping for Chemist Nobari, especially with the way that in one of the expansions, spoiler free here, that there's the setup there for it to exist, and they just didn't cash it out, and I'm upset.
Yeah. So I guess it would be awkward having Chemist as a class and Alchemist as a class.
It's fine. You just call it Mixer or something.
No, Mixer went under.
I expected that. Oh, that's a convenient encounter chest.
Oh yeah, we mentioned that earlier.
Bold of you to assume I've been paying any attention to the gameplay right now.
I like how this is peak sleepover party commentary.
We're talking about every Final Fantasy except for the one that's going on the screen.
Well, they're doing a lot of looting, a lot of shopping. We're kind of letting them get their bearings. And oh, hey, there's a ribbon. Nice. Yeah, so cute.
Yeah, First String is in the shop down here too.
And I know there was one in the Fey March.
Yep, on the way down to the March of Fey. That's how it started off really well and just nope.
I mean, the March of Fey is every March, right? It should be.
Should be.
Oh, we got Sparkle.
Oh, not the one we're looking for.
Wrong P name.
Yeah.
It's a
floaty
noodle.
I was gonna say floaty noodle.
Ah.
Same hat.
But yeah,
Same hat.
We should like date or something though.
Maybe. I think we should do that. Yeah.
I do like Bullrum, by the way, as I'm now noticing. CNC's name.
Yeah.
Bullrum is great.
No quack. He's just floating there, menacingly. Oh.
Moon time? Moon time.
All right.
Click the button.
The moon is the ultimate floating.
Gaia drum.
Useless drums.
Like I love how I don't know if it was intentional, but Clopper definitely took an extra half second after looting that Gaia drum. I can just imagine cool. Right.
Well, all Sheila's got for us right now is a sword. We don't have any ninjas, so it's just gonna sit in our inventory for a while. Looking cool. It's like that fake one you can get at the Gold Saucer in the original FF7.
Mm-hmm. Until you said FF7, I was sitting here going, "What fake sword is that you can buy for MGP?" Like aside from the Senor, aside from the Senor Sabatender weapons and
I was gonna say, yeah, you get all those gimmick weapons they have.
Yeah. No. Seriously though, the Senor Sabatender machinist weapon looks like a secret agent laser gun. It's fantastic.
I still stand that the best fake weapons
Thank you, Nabari.
belong to Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. If you've never seen the joke weapons in that game, they are amazing.
I love them. I played that game so much. I played the multiplayer for that game because playing my boy Syx and playing my boy Zexion were love it.
Oh, you clicked the wrong button, Zoe. You clicked the winner button.
I always do that. I always do that. That happens a non-zero amount of the time.
Yeah, no, I mean, as a noted Organization 13 fan, I absolutely love 358.
Who's your favorite Warcraft 13 member, Scala?
The one I played in audio dramas, Lark Sheen. Which was great because I got to be completely like different than I am in person, and it was fantastic.
I'm more than a little surprised that it's not Syx.
I mean, here's the thing. I love all of the Organization 13, even like Lexaeus and Zaldin. I love the whole thing. I even love all the weird repeats they had in Kingdom Hearts 3, where everyone had to deal with the fact that coded happened.
Yeah.
I didn't finish 358 over 2 because the camera was not.
Yeah, that's why you can't play it anymore. Whenever they do like those like sort of Kingdom Hearts review things, it's just all now just like a cutscene like generator.
My favorite member is Zexazux.
I will say though, I had a fantastic time. I actually got to meet oh gosh. I need to figure out the names. Names are a thing that I need to remember. Paul St. Peter, Xemnas' voice actor,
Xemnas,
is actually a fantastic person. If your cons are safe again, and he's there and has a chance to meet him, go to all of his panels because they're great. And he even I got to be part of his what's the term? He basically gave us if you want to, he would do an evaluation on your voice acting. So I actually got evaluated by him personally. I was very yes. And where he did a whole little thing where he had everyone play different villain archetypes, and so I got to play a villainess, and I was super happy about it. It was a lot of fun. Also, he's super into pirates. he does full pirate LARPing. I'm not even exaggerating, and his costuming is fantastic. So there you go. There's your weird Scala trivia for today. There's probably going to be more because I am 99% weird trivia.
Scala lore.
Scala lore.
Paul St. Peter and John St. John should do a game together so that there's the ultimate biblical name.
Why does only one D-Lunar have a shadow?
I think the other one is below the menu.
Yeah, the menu's because that's weird though, because I know for sure that with the damage numbers on the sprite layer are up the menu. So it's interesting that the actual sprites themselves are below the menu.
I personally like to think that it just doesn't have a shadow.
That is also, fine, I guess.
Oh, inventory boss.
That's how you can tell which one is the real one, right?
Right, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Only the real ones cast a shadow.
Speaking of John St. John, have you seen the tweet where he reads out the thing about eating Pringles in Duke Nukem's voice?
No, but I need to go check that out after this is done.
Dad, my massive forearm is stuck in a can of sour cream and onion Pringles. Please, send help.
I mean, yeah, that sounds legit.
I love when he does those recordings, he bit crushes them to heck and back too, to make them sound authentic.
Yeah, exactly.
This just, continues to support my theory that in terms of cool people, voice actors are pretty dang cool people.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to the moon. Heck yes.
The one place uncorrupted by capitalism.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Meh. We are here for escapism, Dijon. This is the 2 hours on Saturday when that doesn't matter. When we're back in the 90s. I guess, or some. We're back at some extremely nostalgia filtered and optimized version of the 90s.
Yeah.
It's the 90s. Look, if it's the 90s, then I'm going to Toys R Us after this and buying a copy of Earthbound at retail price.
Yeah, right. The gigantic box.
Oh yeah, where they had the scratch and sniff stickers in them and everything.
I remember I never rented. I was always intimidated to rent Earthbound at Blockbuster because that box was huge. I'm like, I don't want anything to do with that. That scares
my
me.
friend had it, and it was actually the first JRPG that I ever played.
I was lucky enough to have it. I think my brother might still have our original cart.
You said either that or you lied on Sequence Break.
Yeah, that's true. I did bring that up, but I'm pretty sure when we looked, I remember that we had Earthbound, but we didn't have Chrono Trigger, and I think it's because I lent it to a friend. So we definitely had Chrono Trigger growing up, as evidenced by my name. Also, I like how this has just been an all Babby seed.
Yeah, it's all Babbies.
Oops, all Babbies.
Well, they're the only ones light enough to float.
This is true. See,
canon.
Yeah.
Canon accepted.
Yeah. They all just have balloons tied to their back.
Yeah.
It's like Balloon Fight if we're talking about 80s and 90s.
Yeah, one of my friends in high school had Earthbound and the guide that came with it. Which, they packaged the guide with it because they didn't think anyone would buy it because they wouldn't be able to get through it. So they put the guide in with it. Fun fact.
It's amazing how little faith Nintendo had in the Western audience.
Yeah, Nintendo of America had such little faith in us.
Okay, but
to be fair, they were probably right.
Considering how poorly RPGs sold back then.
Oh yeah.
That's why so many of them are so rare.
My first JRPG was Mario RPG, and the only reason I played it is they tricked me into thinking it was a Mario game.
I lied. Mine was Mario RPG, and then it was Earthbound. Yeah. And same thing.
I didn't know what a JRPG was. I just thought, oh, cool, new Mario game.
Same. Think same.
See, I was raised right, and my mom played the original Final Fantasy, and then
you got bedtime stories out of Final Fantasy, and I'm jealous.
Out of Final Fantasy 1 and Final Fantasy 2 and 3. But by the time though we got Final Fantasy 3, the SNES had moved out of my mom's bedroom and into the living room.
I'm just imagining actual bedtime stories of Final Fantasy. This is the Saber spell. It doesn't work.
No, that's really what would happen. Is my mom and my aunt would play Final Fantasy 4, and they would play it only at night, so that way my brother and I could watch, and that was our bedtime story. So for about an hour or two every night, they would play a little bit more and a little bit more of the story. Aww. And it became this. Well, the big thing is and this is the family controversy to this day, is that my brother got locked out of the room while they were fighting Azura because they were trying to figure out how to do it right, because she's a puzzle boss, and he was so mad at them and continues to be mad at them to this day. But yeah, no, my mom loved JRPGs, so I got to play all we had basically any JRPG that came out, we had it. We had Ogre Battle growing up. My mom never managed to beat the original on SNES, but she did beat the PS1 game. Ooh, hey, we got wait, it's straight away the rat tail, not the pink tail.
That was a rat tail, so we got an objective.
Yeah. No.
Do we?
Yes, it's rat tail, not pink tail.
Is it?
Yep.
It is.
Are we sure?
Yes.
Can we have one of the runners check, please?
Too bad. I already updated it. You all gave me the power to update the overlay. I'm going to use it.
My first RPG was Phantasy Star 1 for the Sega Master System.
Ooh.
But I was 6, so I didn't know what I was doing. So I didn't get past like the first town.
So it's almost like Nintendo of America knew what they were doing with giving guides because we couldn't be trusted to play JRPGs.
I mean, I probably started and redid Final Fantasy Legend 2 about like a dozen times. And now I learned how to speedrun it. And wait, the objective did go off, right?
Yeah, I clicked the thing.
No, I meant like on the game.
I saw it. Let's double see it.
Okay, let's double see.
There it goes.
Yeah,
Okay, there it goes. Okay, they click through it real fast. And I don't have any audio cues.
Let me click this tower key button too.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Aw, no keyless tower, but that's fine. Let's go.
Hey,
we now have
all the
Sid.
opportunity for the Vermilion Gambit.
This is true.
Yeah, but my dad beat Zelda 2 when I was a kid, and that was the most impressive thing I've ever seen an adult do at the time.
I mean, that's
Like,
impressive to this day. So.
I would go to like the playground, like my dad's an investment banker, and like my dad beat Zelda 2. He could probably kick your butt.
My dad can kick your dad's butt at Zelda 2.
It's not even a two-player game.
No, that's what the 2 in Zelda 2 stands for.
Yeah,
I would
choose Zeldas.
Playground logic.
Yes. The whole stream runs on Playground
Uncle
Logic.
works at Nintendo, and he has the super secret version of Zelda 2 that's 2 players.
I want to actually see someone try to make co-op Zelda 2. I want this in my life. This will probably only make the game actively worse.
My mom.
I can't imagine a co-op version of Zelda 2 that does not make it an awful, awful mess.
I mean, all you have to do is just like do it in the vein of Link to the Past Online. Like,
Oh, my mom beat Kirby's Adventure.
my aunt beat Zelda 1, which was like that was probably my introduction to video games. Was watching my aunt play.
Yeah, my aunt also played and beat Zelda 1. I know.
Zelda 2 co-op. 1 Link, 2 the Fairy. So we're just playing Mario Odyssey. Here, you can play with me. You get to control Cappy.
My mom was a fiend at Dr. Mario on the NES. Like after she'd drop us off at school, she would just, like, before her shift started, she would just go home and just play Dr. Mario, level 20 start, high speed, and see how far she could get.
Yeah, my aunt, the 2 games I remember my aunt playing when I was younger, actually the 3, she played Zelda 1, she played Tetris, and I think she played Dr. Mario. I think it was the double cartridge. And then she also did play Dragon Warrior. I never got the chance to play Dragon Warrior because my parents wouldn't let me play RPGs for the longest time. I don't know why. And maybe it was a good decision considering what I'm doing now.
For the same reasons that I had trouble with Phantasy Star 1.
But I do remember her playing Dragon Warrior on NES. But yeah, maybe they had the right idea considering what I spend most of my days doing now.
I mean, it's like how, like, the tweet I shared, like, a few days ago. Everyone knows that Final Fantasy is just going to make you gay.
Yeah. Also true.
Yeah.
It's factual.
Pretty sure I was. Well.
Everyone has to stop and think for a moment. Hey, it's demons.
I guess it considers. I guess it. I don't know how that works because like 7 years ago I wasn't gay, but now I am.
It's an incubation period.
My preferences didn't change.
To tie both these topics together, did you know that there's a nightclub in Minneapolis just called Gay 90s?
I'd love it. I want to go.
It's so good. I was walking by. I was in Minneapolis for SGDQ 2017, my first SGDQ, and I'm just walking to the event space, and I just walk past the sign that just says Gay 90s, and I was like, I'm gonna need to have more information. I need further context, please.
The thing is that I'm not a club person.
Oh, neither am I. It was just a.
Yeah,
I need more context, please.
Neither of these bosses cast a shadow, and that is really freaking me out.
I mean, D-Mist makes sense.
Yeah,
I will say.
The shadow's hidden in the mist.
Yeah.
It's like the
my
village hidden in the
mist.
The wall should definitely be casting a shadow, though.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. But
don't say that.
My partner and I, so there was outside of Atlanta, there was I don't know if it's still there, but at the time there was like a gamer bar that existed, and they had a ladies' night where basically if you were female presenting, you got to basically play on the consoles as much as you wanted for free. And so one time, you know, they and I, we were just like, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna go there and just play on the consoles together the whole time, and only buy cheap soda. And we did, and we had a fantastic time playing Smash Brothers together.
When the ladies' night backfires.
Yes, exactly. It's like, ah!
They're like, the ladies won't want to play the video games.
Surprise!
They want to play them with their female presenting partners.
Aha! So there. Well, at the time, that both of us identified as female, so it was fine. Not anymore.
Times change.
Times change. Oh, like people have been actually like having like boss fights and everything.
There's been a D-Mist, there's been an evil wall. This D-Mist is at top of tower. This is incredibly slow but safe.
Yeah, Clopper's having like a bit of a time though here with Mom Bomb in the Golbez
This
spot.
is a nasty spot for Mom Bomb.
Yeah, this one kind of terrible actually.
Yeah, 'cause it's like, oh, Golbez doesn't have much HP. Lol, JK 9,000 extra.
This spot is like decently punchy, especially if you come here a bit under-leveled, which is what seems to be what Clopper's going for. So,
Come on, Clopper, you can do it. We have faith in you.
especially after a evil wall fight, which definitely left you low on resources because that fight with that much HP is it could be take a little time.
Come on, Virus Kid. Virus Kid. Virus Kid. You can do it. You can do it, Palom. I have faith in you.
So happy recently because I've just recently been getting into Blue Mage in 14, and I found out that you can actually learn the D-Mists.
Yes, Cold Fog. It is so good.
Cold Fog ability. Oh my god, it's so much fun. Where you get to like actually get the mist form and then retaliate.
Yeah, the problem is that every time I try and use that, I always end up dodging the attack I'm trying to eat, and it's the most frustrating thing on the planet. Or I use it right before there's an AoE that's going to come out that I have to wait for, and my buff falls off. I'm not a good Blue Mage.
It's hard. It's tricky.
But I do have all the spells, so.
Nice. I'm getting there. I've got like 80.
Oh yay, we got the explosion.
Now just quake them.
Oh no.
Oh.
Dooms rage them.
There we
Budget
go.
Quake.
Yeah.
Quake from the sky.
Skyquake.
Okay, so there's been this absolutely beautiful footage of a thunderstorm going around on the internet. Okay, that I got to see, and one person responds to it being like, someone made the sky gods angry because, you know, all the lightning. And then someone then responded back, nah, someone must have pleased the sky gods because they put on a beautiful show. And then in the tradition of incredibly raw quotes that come from weird sources, a third person responded, well, that's the problem with gods, you see. Their wrath and their pleasure often look the same. And I'm like, what the heck? That's
Hey, there's another objective.
oh, wow.
Yeah.
We're going real speedy.
Very quickly approaching a boss hunt only. We need a legend sword and a plague, and we're there.
No, this is Legend Sword. I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Nope, Dragon Whip. Let Rydia hit things.
Yeah, let Rydia hit things.
Yeah.
I'm glad that that's going to be an upcoming meta. That makes me very happy.
I'm bad at my job. What was up the top of tower?
Top tower was the end of sentence.
Oh, here. Can we clip it?
I'm not. Oh, Pan.
Pan?
I'm looking at CNC's tracker, and I see a pan that I don't remember being there.
I just saw it lit up. Yep. Okay. Thank you.
Yay, live beats.
Sleepy Edge.
Oh, hey, we got that Mazamune from earlier.
Oh, I love that emote. Oh my god, Smapedy.
Yeah.
Our first character who's not tiny.
No,
It's
don't
the
give it a
pan.
punch. She can use bows.
full credit. I have to give full credit to my SO for coming up with the idea.
That's a fantastic one. Oh, I love it.
They're pan, and the pan is their favorite item.
So good.
I recently gifted Oren a mug that says, I didn't come out of the closet. I came out of the cabinets like all the other pans.
Yes, so good. So good.
All right, we're gonna go do Sylph round number 2. See what Sheila 2 will have for us, or what the Sylphs have for us.
There was a moment where one of my partner's wives asked them, like, how big is your pan, while I was standing there, like, talking to them, and I just reply, oh, about 6'2".
Oh, an Earth Crystal.
Oh, that's useless. Oh,
Alrighty. It's also good boss checks.
that was a joke because for clothing.
Ah, good one. Do we have a boomerang or a full moon? Because that with a Masamune is probably best in slot for Edge right now.
Don't think I've seen any of that. Oh, hey, remember to check Demas. Good job. Good job, CNC. Keep wanting to call him CNC Music Factory.
I was gonna say, like, if you're talking about the way that he goes throughout the siege, is that CNC routing?
Oh,
Yeah.
that was an objective until it got fixed.
Are adamants on?
He's got the power.
Yeah, adamants are indeed on.
Yes.
On high.
So that'll be fun. That'll make stuff
Hey, look, a boomerang.
Boomerang!
Find boomerang.
He doesn't know yet, though.
Oh, he did.
He
Okay.
doesn't know.
Still bought it.
Yeah. Good eye, CNC.
CNC Music Factory make my video for the Sega CD. Another weird thing from the 90s.
I kind of
my God.
remember that.
I know that. I've seen it. I want to say played, but played is probably the wrong word. Utilized.
You probably can't stream it on Twitch.
Oh God, no.
I have to admit, I feel the one game I feel like super duper bad for in like all of the sort of like the DMC stuff is Fuser. Which, if you don't know about that game, that's the game where you get to make your own music mashups.
Yeah.
Because it's like you basically cannot stream that game.
Okay, so CNC reset out of what I assume was a womp from the pan.
It was a charm rod.
Okay, buy it.
This is much better than a
That's
charm
like,
rod.
this will help.
Yes. Statistically better than a charm rod. Where are you gonna go now? See? Gotta go do that Earth Crystal check.
All right, let me see if I have to do a thing.
I mean, I know there's been audio issues for every, Wacky Races. If it is too difficult to do the thing, then don't worry about the thing.
I'm gonna try the thing. We have been for the most part, aside from the audio button itself, I think this has been our cleanest so far.
Ooh,
So,
fingers crossed.
fingers crossed.
Man, you can just feel the hubris now.
Yeah, yeah. Trust me, I'm gonna be punished. I already can see it coming.
We're waiting for that batar to be hoisted.
Make it so.
Are you okay, sweetie?
Which word did it? Was it petard or was it hoisted?
It was the combination.
You don't know hoisted by his own petard?
I do, but that's how I'm used to hearing it said, not said the other way around like that. You changed the syntax and that made it funny.
Yay! I did it funny.
Another curse string.
Yeah. Curse Rings, just Gauntlet. There was another life staff in here.
No.
There was another Mura.
CNC, get rid of 8 things. Get rid of 8 things. Don't just get rid of one thing. Get rid of many things. Many things go in the box.
Don't get rid of that boomerang. You're gonna regret it. You have to go back and buy another one.
What's in the box?
Empty.
What's in the box? Micromanagement.
No, it's smart. You put 8 things in the box. If you run into the inventory boss, you put 8 things in that box.
Okay, Inven.
There you go. That's the one piece of advice from Inven that has ever managed to stick in my brain. Because usually everything else is like way too difficult for me to handle. But I can, handle put 8 things in the box.
I should probably turn off the treasury sound. That doesn't count as a mess up. I refuse.
All right, I just want to say we've got a glass hat, we've got Zeus Gauntlet, we've got Dragon Whip. We're just a heroine robe away from Warrior Princess Radio.
Here for it. I want it.
Flame Dog.
Vanilla Flame Dog.
Yep.
See, they get a shadow.
It
What
even
determines whether they get a shadow or not? I'm so confused.
Shadow the Flame Dog.
Does it have a gun?
I am doubly pleased that 1, you got what I was going for with that syntax, and 2, that you went with that reference. I'm so happy. Also, just the pregnant pause after I said it before anyone responded to.
Because I think all of us are trying to figure out what to reference. You have to like Shadow the Hedgehog would want you to call your shot properly.
Where's that damn 4th chaos objective?
Oh my gosh. That adventure would be nice with a Cecil to also use the XCal that we have.
Too bad. This is like a babysitting percent. Now we have. Now here's the thing.
Well, there's no actual babysitter though. It's just babies.
This is true. Yeah. Who is more babysitter?
This is another weird '90s thing. Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead.
Well, I mean, Sid's here.
No. We agreed that everyone here is baby. So who is more baby, Sid or Edge?
I'm gonna say Edge. So I like to think that. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm feeling this is a very Rugrats scenario, and Sid is Grandpa Lou.
Okay. Yep.
And then Edge is just
Is Edge one of the random teenagers on that show?
This metaphor is falling apart fast.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe this is more like an Unreal Monsters scenario.
I was like, it works for C and C's because C and C doesn't have Edge yet, so.
Yeah.
Because we've got Phil and Lil and Angelica.
Yeah. I don't know. Radia's too nice to be Angelica.
It's the only other one I could think of.
Susie.
Oh gosh, I forgot about Susie.
Yeah, Susie and Angelica had the whole light and dark dichotomy going on. Like one was on the side of good, and one on the side of evil.
Yeah.
They should have done isn't all grown up. They should have dated. There you go. There's my Rugrats hot take.
Enemy? No.
Yes.
So are you saying this is just enemies to gals being pals? They're just really good friends, Scala.
Trust me, I have definitely been in that situation where people have looked at me and my partner like, "Oh, you two are such good friends," and I'm like,
No.
I mean, at least you get friends. Me and Nick get sisters sometimes.
I love how we could hear Nick. We just heard that.
"It's commentator."
That was perfect. Cloffer's playing risky business going in. Oh, okay, gonna check the mist game. I was like going in the left side of mist.
These are unlike the POV of this as an actual race. It's actually been a very good race. We've kind of been very neck and neck this whole time.
Yeah. A lot of divergence.
Sorry that we're interrupting this really nice race for you guys in chat.
Ooh, Rosa. That's someone we want. That's someone we definitely want in our party. Do we get
Rosa shoot bow good and flying no like bow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like we have that admin armor, and I'm like a little sad that we didn't go admin armor, Dragon Whip, Zeus Gauntlet, Rydia.
I was about to do more 90s or to be like, thank you, Crow. So I can get that one.
Yes.
Yes.
Crow.
And Crow's like, Crow?
No, not that Crow. A different Crow.
Yeah. I was aware, but it was funnier this way.
That's fine, I guess.
I feel like if we are Mr. Science Theater, I'm trying to think of who each person would be. I think Smapety would be Tom Servo.
I'm absolutely fine with that. Oh, Sierra Bobby BG, you are one of today's lucky 10,000.
This is Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise.
There we go. It's FF4FE.
I'm an admin.
Where it is an open world Final Fantasy IV SNES randomizer ROM hack created by Morpheus. You start the game with an airship, and you can complete any of the quests available to you in any order you wish in order to find the crystal on the way to the moon to defeat Zeromus in whatever form he takes. For more information or to play yourself, visit FF4FE.com. Hey, as I managed to go weirdly into like an infomercial voice.
Yeah, I was like, who brought the cue cards?
Call today.
Oh, somebody has to take Ron Popeil's place.
Someone, please call. Please send help.
Ask your doctor if free enterprise is right for you.
If you're saying,
Wait, there's more.
If your scene lasts 4 hours or longer.
Yes, I was gonna stop myself from saying it. Like I stopped and thought better of it. But Scala was like, nope, let's just keep going.
Nope. This is my last show of the season. I'm like,
I promise we're usually more professional than this.
a little bit. Also, Sweetie, I got number 4 for you.
Oh, thank you. When did that happen?
When you got Edge.
When we got Edge.
Yeah, that's right, Edge. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
See,
You shouldn't have let me talk.
yeah, I was like, so Smapety now understands the alchemy issue, where alchemy's like, it's so hard to track when I'm talking.
I mean, no, I have done the infomercial voice before. I do it though, like as like a comedy thing. I've done because I love the comedy trope of like the infomercial person who can only talk in the infomercial voice, and so that way, like no matter how terrible anything gets, you just keep on going in your infomercial voice because that's fine so long as you can keep talking like this. You won't have to acknowledge all the terrible things that are happening around you.
Well,
It's technically French vanilla.
French, yeah, I don't know. This is French.
This is
vanilla?
Neapolitan because it's only a little bit of vanilla.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Scala, for the idea for my new D&D character. That's
the idea of
a bard that only speaks in infomercials.
I love it.
Do it. I love this idea. I think it's fantastic. When I played this character, her name was Kiki. The home shopping channel lady.
I just love the idea of like the bard just constantly being like, call now, and people are like, what are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
Yeah, like the town caller. Gonna ring a bell.
Yeah. It's like, who are you talking to? Also, I love how we're nearly 50 minutes in and both runners are on ordeals at the exact same time.
Like I said, this has been like a really interesting race.
Like they keep diverging and then coming back at the weirdest points.
What's on the mountain? What's on the mountain?
Hey, a very good weapon for Edge.
I mean, CNC did just get Ella, so...
I have the benefit of being able to see Klopfer's camera right now, and when he pulled that full moon, I just saw him look up at his ceiling going, okay, what now?
I mean, there's a whole moon out there.
Yeah. There's also a no-go pogo.
No. Ew. For when Pink Puff League might come back probably post-tournament is probably what is going to happen with Pink Puff League. But for folks that have not sort of been in the community, when tournament season is happening, basically the tournament will sort of be the vast majority of where our community resources will be going. But we're doing our best to wrap up Zima by November. Zoe, you're the one who did the calendar.
If all goes according to plan, I think we'll be wrapped by October 31st or a week out. I can't remember if I included the extra week for Best of 5.
So, yep. So basically, it will be a little bit of a break, but we will also recommend that there is indeed the Free Enterprise ladder that will be continuing to run while the tournament is happening. And we do have some very nice newbie-friendly flag sets on there. So if you would like to continue to play Free Enterprise and the tournament just doesn't happen to appeal to you, there's always the ladder.
Yeah.
Please come and join the ladder. It's a lot of fun.
I would also suggest
ladder's pretty fantastic.
I would also suggest that if you are playing in the Pink Puff League, to at least if you would like to enter the tournament and play in the qualifiers and see how you do. You'll probably surprise yourself in that you'll do better than you think you will. That would be my recommendation.
Also, a recommendation to, if you're at all interested in the tournament, come on, sign up, get in on the ground floor, but we will be allowing signups even after the qualifiers have started. You basically have until like the last week of qualifiers to sign up so that you can get in your 4 required races.
Yeah, and for those that don't know the format, we are doing mass qualifiers for the start, so we're not going to lead it off with a 1v1 races like we have for the past few tournaments. So for anybody who's maybe a bit nervous about the idea of going into 1v1 races, mass qualifiers, while hectic, are a bit of a lower stress environment, in my opinion, if that's something that appeals to you, to get your feet wet. So even if you haven't played much Free Enterprise, there's no downside to signing up and joining the qualifiers. You can at least have some fun and see how well you do.
Yes, and if you are watching and you have enjoyed watching the stream, for whatever value we can provide to you.
Are you sipping a Coke into my microphone?
This was a little... No, you stop that! If it wasn't for the fact that it would like completely ruin everything, I would put you in VC timeout for that one, Zoe.
What? It's just ASMR again.
No, it's not. That's the opposite of ASMR. That's cursed ASMR.
That's hate ASMR.
Don't ASMR shame.
I will.
I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut on this one.
Anyway, what I was trying to do and be serious about for like 5 seconds.
Oh, that was your first mistake.
I know, right? No, this stream, is join the Discord. There we go. That's what I meant to do. Join the Discord. That's definitely the best way to connect with the Free Enterprise community. We have our wonderful Newbies Corner, and we run our different community clubs like this one, Wacky Races, but of course there's also the wonderful Pink Puff League that a lot of people have been enjoying, but we have other ones too, like we have the Sunday Slapdash. If you like not knowing what's going on, the Sunday Slapdash might be for you. And of course, the Mycidian Jumping Club for people who just like to jump around.
I'll tell you, this commentary team sure loves not knowing what's going on.
No, we love both not knowing what's going on and jumping around.
I mean, in this flag set, they jumped up but did not get down.
I would love the idea where if you had pushed me to jump on this and you jumped, you just didn't come back down because gravity doesn't pull you back.
Yeah, you just sort of
checks
like
out.
You just keep going.
Just sail off into the stars.
Press B is an alternate way to get to the moon.
That would be so cool. It would be heck to program, but it would be so cool. You it's like, oh my god, it's like how Gal works in FF6. You jump like on like the blue planet and then you go back and you find them on the moon.
Exactly.
Yeah. Totally logical.
I'm messaging Board right now. Dear Board, please put in a feature.
Out
of every 255 times you use the jump command, Kane just goes to the moon.
First name Board, last name Face.
Yeah.
Dear Mr. Face.
Mr. Face.
Please, Mr. Face is my father.
Mr. Face.
Please just call me Board.
Dr. Mr. Face was my father.
It's pronounced Zero-ord.
Also, CNC going to give us a D-money grind.
Oh, nice.
So great, more time for us to...
I was going to say, that's what we needed, more reasons not to pay attention to the rest.
how would this? Someone who is an actual like legit commentator, would someone like to explain the D machine grind?
I'm just a restreamer, not it.
no.
You talked yourself into a corner there, Scala.
I know, crap. I mean, I could try to do it.
So basically, people have put together like a lot of data from the game and have worked out how to find an encounter with the alert or whatever it's called that will summon Surger. That's what it's called. That will summon the D machines. And if you have a character like, say, Tella, who can cast Weak, you can easily weaken those dragons and those D machine dragons, and then one-shot them and use the life glitch if it is active in your particular seed, and repeat this by hitting the searcher gently to spawn another, and keep going until you've gotten enough to level up a lot of levels on your characters.
Yeah, it's something
But Dijon. Oh, sorry, I was gonna do a bit. You can do your thing.
I was just gonna say that this is something that was taken from the vanilla speedrunning.
Yeah.
And has sort of been back applied to free enterprise. But the manipulation is specific to free enterprise. CNC was specifically doing the Baron version of the manip. You also can do a step routing within the giant if you want to, but the Baron manip kind of came about during Zima Zone 3. But what was your bit, Smapety?
But Dijon, my characters are low level and have low amounts of HP. How would they possibly survive against the D-Mist? Or the D-Machine?
That is for a smarter person than me to answer.
The only thing that D-Machine does, unless you physically attack it, is it does HP-based damage. So it's percentage-based.
There
you go. That's the answer. That was far too long without any laughter.
But we did it.
There is no laughter with the D-Machine grind.
No.
There is only grinds and D-Machine.
We did something actually
We have laughter
smart.
at home.
That's me. I always have laughter.
Laughter at home.
Laughter at home is D-Mist.
So is this the black coffee?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Rolls up to the giant, orders one D-Machine grind, and leaves.
Yes, perfect.
Unless you have the new-ish flag.
Okay. Wait, I got it. So it's the triangle of
Right.
of grind. So we have giant, goes to the giant, one D machine grind and leaves. The McDonald's is definitely eggs.
Yes.
And then it's we have gold dragons at home.
Yeah.
Okay, so now put one free enterprise runner at each apex of the triangle.
Okay, wait, crap. I actually. Oh, good. Wait. This. I have to do my fan art. This is my fan art. Yay!
I'm putting like I know where I'm putting people. I'm putting Dia and D Machine Grind.
Okay, wait.
Because of mages.
I want to put. I think we put Rivers at does one D Machine and goes home.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Okay. So eggs goes in one corner.
And you've got me like off to the side somewhere with warlocks saying, I came to the moon too early and can't beat anything.
This moon.
Yeah, off to the side it's just weird moon grinds.
No, I just like the idea of like just one person looking very confused, fighting clappers, going, I don't know how I got here. Things went horribly wrong.
Someone chaotic doing pink puffs.
I was like, there's Demi doing doors.
Yeah, doors.
Just someone chaotically doing pink puffs.
Yes.
Also, hey, play.
Hey, we found him!
Hey! If this is Legend Sword, then we're in go mode. This also might potentially be bad because we got CNC doing a D Machine Grind, probably setting up to go Moon rather than checking out this Baron key. There we go. Yes, Murasame, or the Mura and a full moon That's a lot of damage, even on a vanilla plague. But yeah, that's going to do a ton of damage. Does Z float?
We were trying to figure that out earlier, and the results are inconclusive because no one decided to play this flag set ahead of time.
I normally do, but I've been busy trying to grind out all 17 resistance weapons in Final Fantasy 14, so
Also, it's not
I
like
finished yesterday.
You're not gonna quake Z anyway.
Yeah, but I was wondering about the Mura full moon doing extra damage. There's a Clopper just like. So I want to try and illustrate what Clopper just did on his camera. He like did a gesture of there you are, and then he pointed over his shoulder like, get in the party, we're going. Like,
Yes.
Come on, nerd, we're going, Moon.
Okay.
Now he very well could have been doing something entirely different, but that's exactly what it looked like.
Get in, loser. We're going to Z.
Exactly.
All right, cool.
Yeah, loser, we're going moon.
Yep.
Bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow, bow.
Well, it's a Levia summon, so.
Now that got rid of Rydia.
Got the 2 letters correct there, the first 2 letters, but the rest of them weren't quite what you wanted to be.
Oh, do we have to do like one of those like word scrambles to get our key items now?
Oh, that would be such a fun Wacky flag. Like, only in concept, no one would ever actually play it, but just like all of the item names are anagrams.
Oh, that'd be so hard to do though. I would be more fun with them just being word scrambles.
Also, fun fact, Levia is apparently Hebrew for join.
Ooh.
We learned something today.
The Joinathan.
The join. Wait, hold on. Jonathan, Leviathan, all Jonathans.
Sea monster, get in the car.
All Jonathans are just Leviathans. That's what we've learned today.
Get in, losers, we're going Jonathaning.
I'm tidal waving over here.
There's a French vanilla computer.
Oh my gosh. Joinathan, I'm broken.
I definitely have been enjoying what's been breaking everyone today.
And then you're like half an hour late on that.
It's okay. No, I like that he went there as well.
Yeah.
It's very 90s today.
Yeah. What? Okay, so this confirms 2 things. 1, the sprite does overlap the menu, so that dealer did not have a shadow. And 2,
We were talking about CNC music back earlier.
Okay, hooray! I did it. I got today's fan art done. I'm so proud of myself.
what happens when you beat the top zombie? Does it fix the other sprite?
Oh, we're gonna find out.
The bottom zombie is like, dang it, Jeremy, you do this every time.
No one likes Jeremy.
I'm just reminded of that. There was a post I saw the other day, which was the you walk into 2 guards, and one of them's like, one of us tells the truth, and one of us only tells lies, and it's like, I said I was sorry.
Jeremy never showed up to float practice like the rest of the guys. It's just.
Oh, we don't even get to see them like get corrected.
You've got to control your shadow, Jeremy. Come on, we went over this. If you keep messing this up, we're gonna kick you off the zombie squad.
No, don't kick Jeremy off the zombie squad. He worked so hard to get here.
We can't get the shadows right.
Did he really? Did Jeremy really put in any effort?
No, I think he's only here because his mom is the coach.
Freaking zombie nepotism.
Zombietism.
Now here's the thing. I picked today's team, and I'm very glad that I picked right.
Did you?
Yes, I did. I have been nothing but rewarded. If this is the episode I get to end this season on, I am delighted.
If you put me and Zoe in the same room, it's gotta get wacky.
Yes.
Did not think zombie nepotism was a topic that would come up today. It wouldn't have if Jeremy would be able to get his act together.
Yeah. Okay, I have to do the thing where I have to find the surface that makes my JPEG smaller
Free
on my phone.
Isekai was off this week. We had what was it? Falcon.
It was Falcon. It was Throwback Falcon.
Throwback Falcon.
We talked about 90s stuff.
Episode 68. I'm excited for the next one.
Yeah, everyone's very excited for the next one. That's gonna be the nicest episode of all.
I don't get it.
Okay.
So please explain the joke.
CNC is actually went to Dwarf Side of Moon is going to be able to get the Sand Ruby very shortly. Assuming he remembers to warp glitch.
Thanks for the heads up.
Assuming he remembers to warp glitch.
Please remember to warp glitch.
This time it won't be as much of a problem because you have Nuke. 9,000 extra HP doesn't matter.
We can make 90s. We can make Canadian 90s references. Does anyone remember the Tomorrow People?
I'm sorry, I'm too American for that.
No.
Also, Kluffer never went to the moon before this. I'm actually really surprised by that.
Look, if you want me to get Canadian 90s references, just bring up Bare Naked Ladies.
Yeah, there we go.
BNL.
I mean, gestures towards username.
Oh, wait a second. I don't have to... I'm so used to doing this on my phone because I can't open up Photoshop while I'm restreaming, but I'm not restreaming!
I don't know much about like Canadian pop culture or Canadian television, but I do know that my favorite Canadian sitcom is Corner Gas. I know that much.
How many people in this room have seen BNL in concerts? At least two of us.
Not me.
I have.
I have seen them in concert more than any other band.
I have sadly only gotten the chance to see them once.
I've only seen a couple of bands in concert, but my favorite one...
Hang on, Flurry, are you telling me you can't do that on television as a Canadian import?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Is it really?
Yes.
All of us have had our childhoods just challenged.
Wow. God save Canada.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can't do that on television was just like slightly before I had Nickelodeon.
So Letterkenny is fantastic, and it is probably one of my favorite shows of all time, but it's like Corner Gas is on just this whole other level that I just absolutely adore, but Letterkenny is fantastic.
You know, it's a real good Canadian show is Ed, Edd and Eddy.
No, that's not Canadian. No way.
It's Canadian.
So much Canada content we didn't know about. So maybe also don't forget to hit the number 4.
I'm looking for it. Number. There we go.
Yeah, Reboot was definitely...
Reboot.
I did love Reboot.
Yeah, Reboot was probably the greatest Canadian cultural exchange we've ever experienced here in the States.
Yeah. I feel like we came out ahead on that exchange too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one got a real good exposure because that was an ABC Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah.
It was also like Reboot. I watched Reboot on Toonami a bunch.
Yeah.
Or not Toonami. It was like the afternoon Toonami, whatever it was. Like there's that
That would
week.
be Toonami.
What
It was Toonami.
So it was actually called Toonami. I couldn't remember. So
Yeah.
I know the late night one was Toonami, but I couldn't remember what the.
Well, no, the late so late night one was sort of like the precursor to Adult Swim.
And
That's where you could do stuff like they would play Outlaw Star without with the swears.
And Tom would say hell.
Tom would say hell. But
that's right. They'd had all the blood in Gundam Wing.
Yeah, all the uncut Gundam Wing, and like me as a preteen didn't know what the heck the word uncut meant in regards to anime at that time. So I was like, why is this different from the Gundam Wing that they play any other time?
And then you learned.
Yep.
All right. So let me
censorship.
go.
That's a thing.
Censorship is the thing. Where am I posting this? I don't like the fact that I have to double click the little plus button now to upload things.
You can just double click it.
Yeah. Yeah, to upload things.
Oh yeah. I misheard you at first.
It's okay.
Oh, that's obnoxious.
Okay. There we go.
I mean, antlion on the moon? Yes, that is.
Antlion in the ribbon room.
There you go. There's
I
the
feel really bad for permanently floating antlion because he can't burrow anymore. Like that's his whole thing is burrowing and hunting like that.
I love this. I love
He's
this so
just
much.
stuck in the air.
Well, I mean, he's on the moon. Shouldn't he be floating in the first place?
I love. Is that Clapper have a tongue sticking out?
Of course.
I love it. Is that a reaction grind for the weird moon grinds?
Yes, I love reaction grind. I will stand reaction grind.
Pink putt.
Pink puff. I draw my F's weird.
I was like, the F's have. There's a little bit of the top there. So.
Yes.
But now I want pink putt golf.
Pink puff gold.
Yeah, pink puff.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold
what's
on,
better,
Scala.
Elsa?
Hold on.
Yes.
Pink puff galt. That's what you just said.
I didn't actually say gold, but my
There's a
nose
legend
is like,
sword.
Yay, legend sword.
Legend sword. Yeah, that's the thing I clicked.
Got it. So,
Galf.
Galf.
Galf. Pink puff galt. But yeah, Cloffer is now in go mode. Doesn't have the pass, so he's gonna have to come back here.
Now we get to see Jeremy again.
Now see, we have the pink puff putt. Now, do we also serve the pink puff like boba drinks at there?
Oh, of course.
Of course. Yes, let's place. Okay, have any of you? I want to hear this audio. If someone can direct me to where I can hear this audio, I would be so happy. Apparently, there is audio of Charles Martinet's like original Mario audition, and it is just complete and utter nonsense.
Let's play some golf.
Yep.
Yeah, no. Literally, it's. I'm pretty sure it's on Wikipedia because of how like weird it is. So apparently, there must be some way to actually listen to it.
I'll do some sleuthing after Wacky Races.
Okay, I will appreciate that because
I think I vaguely know what it is you're talking about.
did they? It's more like I saw the transcript of it, and I was like, what even is this?
Ooh, a mist whip.
Yeah, for that Rydia. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, CNC still has Rydia, and I don't know if CNC. I think CNC bypassed the edge too, because he did his grind prior to getting him.
Oh, we have to do the thing.
Oh yeah, he had a crystal in hand.
We have to do a thing.
Small bit of pet peeve, and this is a completely joking, Cloffer, if you watch this later. But you clicked the crystal on your tracker, but you didn't click off the fact that you forged on your tracker. So now you just have an open objective that's sitting there.
Wow, Zoe, wait to tracker shame people.
Wait, what's happening to my tracker?
No,
It's a secret objective.
Oh yeah, secret objective. Don't worry about it.
I like the Elsa Tella. No, but they run away. They're not floating anymore.
Yeah, you can't run on the ground.
You can't run on the ground? You want to think about that one for a moment, Zoe?
I stand by what I said.
What if we combined Elsa Tella with the Charles Martinet conversation we're just having, and you have like Mario dressed up in Elsa colors sing "Let's go." Has that joke been made yet? I feel like it has to have.
It has to have, but it's still real good.
Yeah.
Somewhere throughout the universe, that joke has probably been done.
Also, Dijon, I'm standing by it. Did you not listen to me earlier? Is I just, even if as long as I say it with confidence, it's fine. So you can't run when you're on the ground. Everyone knows that.
I don't think that's true.
That's classic FE knowledge.
Yeah.
All right. So as we're doing the walk, I get to do the thing. I'm excited because I like doing this thing.
Heretic Trance, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm the sage.
I've never played werewolf.
Or the seer.
That sounds like something a werewolf would
Depending
say.
on which version. Yeah.
All right.
Seems sus.
We gotta vent the werewolf.
I saw the werewolf vent into the mafia hideout.
All right. So, oh, you said this for 5 minutes. I usually do 3.
Yeah, I did.
3 or 5 is fine.
I saw Goody Proctor venting with the devil.
I saw mommy venting with Santa Claus.
All right. I'll do the 5 minute. Anyway, what type of shaming is correct?
Oh gosh.
Mom shaming, tracker shaming, restreamer shaming, or shame SMR?
So, I would like to add a bit of context, which will make this even more hilarious. When I was playing, back when I was playing World of Warcraft, when Burning Crusade first came out and I was rolling my shaman, I picked a name that I stuck with and everyone knew me as for the entirety that I was playing World of Warcraft, and that name was Shame.
I love it.
Which was especially funny because if you've ever played World of Warcraft, you know that if someone is dead and they are currently running back to their corpse, if you mouse over their corpse, it says corpse of their player name, so it's corpse of shame.
I love it. That's fantastic.
Story kind of adjacent to that. That's actually where the name Smeekdy came from. It used to go by Smathy, but in BC, I rolled a Draenei Paladin, and I had to make it sound more Draenei, so I threw some more extraneous vowels in there, and that's where Smeekdy came from.
Yep, I was a Draenei shaman. My Night Elf Hunter's name, and I'm gonna put this in chat for people that wonder how it's spelled. It was Dwanodal.
Wait, I will join in, and this is why I am not allowed to play MMOs anymore.
Guys, hurry! We need butt questions.
Butt question. How cute is it? Is it cute? I want to be cute.
But what? Who is it ever?
Cute.
Anyway.
Cute butt. Touch?
Cute,
no,
cute.
not touch. Kick.
Yes, kick. Only touch with consent.
Touch with foot.
Touch with foot.
Also,
Gently hold butt like hamburger.
No.
Whose hamburger are we going to gently hold tonight?
All right, well, that's a vote for cob shaving right there for me. Anyway, I was going to say I had a Draenei hunter. Her name was Siobhan, and that's how it was spelled.
Oh gosh.
I thought it was gonna be the Irish spelling. Nope.
Oh, we've gone backwards.
So, it is kind of floating.
Yeah, it's floating. I mean, this just feels like how it always should have been.
So yeah, with
this
the
is definitely
bouncing.
a hamburger I would hold.
Gently hold it. Wait, where? Does he have a butt? I guess I'm trying to figure out his actual proportions for once.
I think he's got really short legs.
Yeah.
So he's just kind of really poorly proportioned.
No, is he like a baby, holding on to the fake arms, like this little dinosaur hand?
Yes, and he's dangling.
Ask Yoshitaka Amano. You let us know if Zemus has a butt.
So go ahead, Dijon.
What's happening here is this is classic Weekend at Bernie's, holding him up by his arms and it's just dangling there.
So what I'm thinking is, you see, inside of his cloak, below whatever is in the middle with the yellow, there's that little purple triangle on the right hand side of the sprite. That's one of his legs.
Yeah. No, I'm. Oh no! I'm gonna say something cursed. I'm gonna get cob shamed for this one.
The black bit is his belly button.
He's a boss baby. Well, that's a note I'm going to have to end on.
Yeah, okay. Can confirm Zemus is floating because that edge just hit for 9977. So yes,
okay.
Ceramus is floating.
See, now I'm gonna do extra like fan art and try to illustrate how I see this in my brain.
Scala just corrupted space with capitalism.
I did. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You can hashtag blame Scala.
Anyway, the rocks are
This
falling.
video.
Yeah.
Either that was a quick fight or we were just not paying attention.
It was a quick fight. This edge is hitting so hard.
Yeah, yay! There's Flash. There's a GG. Is that first place?
That is first place.
Yeah, go Clopper!
Whoa!
Let's go ahead and ask for an interview.
GG question mark? Nope. GG exclamation point. Try that again. Nope, not in Terabang.
No, Interbank is the best way to do this. You ever start drawing something you already know that it's cursed? You're like, well, I'm just committing to this now.
I feel like that's a you problem.
Yeah, that like many things that happened on this stream today, that's a Scala problem. Also, we all chat has agreed that comms should be shamed.
Yeah, I buy it.
Yeah.
As a tracker, I agree.
Now I want to have to go look at the
I'm fine
results.
with it. It means I'm not getting shamed.
Okay, so most people want to shame commentary. Shame as ASMR came up second, and then restreamer shaming, and then no one wanted to shame you at all, Smapety.
Smapety is completely innocent. Smapety did nothing wrong.
Never have.
Smapety
Anyway, I
did
think
nothing
we're
wrong.
joined by somebody who'd like to be interviewed.
Yeah,
Probably.
Clopper, can you tell us about your favorite weird thing from the 90s? Like a television show?
Well, Samurai Pizza Cats.
Fantastic!
Good.
Excellent
Yes.
choice!
Excellent choice.
That's 90s, right? All right.
That was on my list if I hadn't gone with Domain Macy Masters. So.
All right.
But congratulations on your win. That was fantastic.
Thank you. I'm really happy I decided to finish clearing the blue planet there. I launched that lunar whale, and I was like, you know what? I don't have a pass. If I find the legend sword, I'm gonna have to come back. It's gonna be a huge pain. Let's just stick here on the planet and look around, and that paid off. So I was real happy for that.
Yeah. What did you think when that edge was hitting for basically quad 9s on Zeromas because of the full moon?
The full moon. Well, for one, this is gonna be a fast fight. All right, no problems. I've never seen quad 9s from Berserk ever, so that was amazing. I'm so happy that I got the full moon. I was like, wait, that has strong against flying enemies, doesn't it? Because I was just about to reset out of that after it wasn't a key item. I was like, no, this is worth walking out, right? And sure enough, it was. So I'm super happy I stuck with that, and it just cleaned up everything. I'm not really sure I needed to pick up that next Gal Cecil. He was fine, but
Yeah. I saw you on camera, and I have no idea if this is what was happening, but it looked like you were like gesturing over your shoulder, be like, all right, get in the party, let's go.
Yeah. It's like, hey, sure, you can come in, I guess. We have an X-Gal. Yeah, it didn't really seem necessary, but Radio wasn't doing much. I had Sid to anchor, so I was like, it's fine, we'll let you in. I'm going to be leveling Rosa anyway. You can jump into the levels, but I really didn't care at that point. It was useless. You could join, maybe some cover strats were going to come into play, but I didn't need any more damage once I saw that full moon doing its work.
Yeah, you seemed very blasé when he showed up.
That was actually part of the other reason going to the Earth Crystal. I was like, oh, well, I just did finish Ordeals. I have an X-Gal. I guess I'll be happy now to see a Cecil. Because I hadn't actually swung that full moon at this point yet. And just realized, oh, right, that does this much damage now. I have Adamant. I'm taking advantage of the flying weakness. And my other sword's good. Yeah, okay, damage is set. I don't need to worry about anything for the rest of the seed.
You two actually ran a really fantastic race. We're seeing you kind of like swap positions back and forth.
Oh, great. Yeah, it was definitely a fun one too. And there was a good amount of like power available pretty early because, well, at least I found early access to some Sirens. That King Queen Evelyn fight meant you could get Virus online pretty fast, which really meant the start of the seed. You could kind of, get your way through relatively quickly.
We appreciated your moxie, just going right in there for King Queen Evelyn.
I was not right in there. I did go, I can take this fight. Probably. I looked at my timer and it was like 3.5 minutes. I was like, just in case, I better save. I can't lose 3 minutes here. So I went ahead and took these safety saves. So I was feeling a little silly at that point for not having saved when I was already in the room. And then I was like, oh, I have to check that sparkle because it might be plague. And I had to walk back to the save room again. I was like, well, I could have routed this maybe a little better. But hey, we got through the fight. We have virus. Let's just start clearing out some checks.
You don't worry. You definitely had R and chat's heart for the early Moxie.
Yeah, thank goodness for those cure 2s, because I was definitely, it's like, oh, fire 2, that's scary enough when you have 100 HP. So cures will get us through this. Let's just wait for those casts to come up, and we'll queue up the cure 2 immediately.
Yeah, we know Mom Bomb was definitely another one of those very resource heavy fights for you.
Oh yeah, I went to Dwarf Castle being like, this should be fine. My usual thought is like, if I have Quake on Palom, I'm powerful enough to take on Dwarf Castle. But that's also because I usually can cast Quake. So I go into the fight and go, this is a lot slower and more painful than I wanted to.
Yeah.
The evil wall took a long time. And then I got into the Mom Bomb. I'm like, I can't do that evil wall again. Let's just play calm here, everyone back up, full light, and then we'll get the phase change. But again, super happy I made it through that fight and did the work.
Yeah.
Like, saw the pain. Yep. But yep, definitely. Wacky Race has just been a ton of fun, just seeing how all these different things play out.
I have to admit, we are very, very happy that this has sort of had the reception that it does. That people have been enjoying, not just the coming out and the racing of the flags, but also the incredibly weird way it gets commentated. It is very much unlike anything else we do for FE, but I like that. I like that about it.
Yeah,
I like that it has its own very unique energy to it.
Completely agree. I definitely, while I enjoy racing them very much, I also make sure to go back and watch all the streams of these. They're just some of the most fun.
We do apologize for the amount of times when we just like go off on like a random tangent.
I do not apologize for that at all.
Okay. No, that's a part of the appeal, is that we go off on a random tangent and then like 5 minutes later we're like, oh hey, the game's still happening, isn't it?
No apologies necessary. That's what I'm there to see when I'm watching for these wacky races.
Good, fantastic. You are appreciative of our ethos, and I appreciate you for that.
Speaking of appreciation, big thanks just to everyone who puts on these races and everything.
Can you do us a super huge favor and go check the harp?
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Fantastic.
All right.
Do we have any other questions for Klumper?
Oh, thank you for marking the Legend Sword on your objectives.
Not a problem. I forged. I had the crystal. I was moving on. I was like, oh, I guess I'll check that. I mean, whenever I have downtime, I look at my tracker and make sure it's up to date, and I notice those things, even though it's entirely pointless. What can I say? I just have to make it be correct if I notice it.
Thank you. You hadn't, and I absolutely called you out on stream.
Fair enough. You want these trackers to be right.
Well, the thing is, that became our chat objective is who should get shamed this episode. Though you're fine, you're good. We shamed comms.
Yeah.
Comms got the shame
I'm
today.
never gonna be picked to do tracking on stream now. I've just shown I'm not able to do it.
Oh no. The thing is that tracking on wacky races is literally, I think, harder than tracking like
it's the hardest job that exists.
They asked me to like talk, and I was like, I don't know. These bagels are delicious.
Wait, now you have to tell us about your bagels.
Oh, they're so good. There's like
what kind of bagels?
I had some onion bagels and had some plain bagels.
Ooh, onion bagels are one of my favorites. So I'm right there.
Good. I like everything bagels.
I gotta have actual like bagels and lox yesterday on like everything bagel. Oh my god, it's been so long since I've had proper lox, and I was super duper excited.
We also did get a second place finisher.
Oh, who do we congratulate?
Stone Dingley finishing with a time of 125 even.
Yay, Dingley! He's been doing fantastic.
Speaking of ethos, I guess. That is a relatively deep cut if you don't know Stone Dingley's Twitch channel.
It's a good Twitch channel.
It's a good Twitch channel.
Oh, we gotta hear the harp. Let's find out what it is. You can do it, Zoe. It's the race of what we're gonna get first, harp or Zeromus.
Okay.
Also, I see, this is the thing I'm not apologizing for. I'm gonna make everyone have to look at a terrible, terrible drawing. It's not terrible. It is deeply cursed. There's a difference.
Oh gosh.
Oh, Michael Upfer.
Oh.
I'm like, you didn't have to go. That's fine.
my work here is done, but you didn't do anything.
No, he won a race. He did a lot.
He did everything.
He did everything.
Yeah. It's Eunice theme from FF4FE. We should be quiet and let people enjoy that. Okay, yeah, no, don't worry, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So there you go, chat. That's what I think is actually under Seamus's cloak.
I hate it.
Art was a mistake.
It's like what is it? Like the final boss in Half-Life, right?
My
Like,
favorite,
isn't it like a weird like little like alien baby?
my favorite part about this is the fact that the chat is just continuing to go in the Discord. It's like one person stopped to acknowledge it, and everyone else is still talking about what was going on.
Yes. No, that is the correct response.
Everyone else is just purposely ignoring it.
Yes.
If we don't acknowledge it, it'll go away.
It can't hurt us if we don't think about it.
Dude, baby Zemus cannot hurt you. like talking to the therapist, being like, therapist is like, it's okay. Baby Zemus isn't real.
Baby Zemus exists.
Yes. Well, that's pretty much how I'm going to interpret. Like, the thing is like, you know what? That actually makes a lot of sense. You know, that he's just this little angry baby. And he just throws this giant tantrum and makes everyone be awful.
Goodness gracious.
It makes total perfect sense. My logic is flawless.
everyone's enjoying the Eunice theme Zoromus fight.
I hope so. I am not. I can't hear it, but I hope everyone else enjoys it. Hey, there's the flash. Nicely done. We got number 1 and number 3 up here in the restream. That's always fantastic when we get to have that.
Flash.
Defender of the universe.
That was as coordinated as it could be over Discord. Also, third places. I will increase the thing. Let's bring in CNC.
Okay.
Hello, CNC. How are you doing this afternoon?
Hello, I'm doing all right. How about everybody else here?
We're really good. We need to know, what is your fave weird thing from the 90s? Like a TV show or a movie?
Was it? I wanted to say like the Super Mario Brothers show, but that might be late '80s. So I'm gonna go with.
What is the late 80s but the early 90s anyway?
Yeah.
How about those gummy gushers?
Ooh, those gushers are really good. That's a good choice. You're our first person who's chosen a food.
No.
I almost
Cool.
picked GAC, which for some kids in the 90s was probably a food.
I had gack. I did not eat it.
Good.
No, do not eat the gack. Don't do it.
All right, I should probably let Klopfer know that he's been so nice to let the audio play out here. Where's my outro button? There it is. Very.
Stop.
No! Oh no! We keep breaking the overlay. Who keeps yelling at us about it? But no, that was a really fantastically run race. If you are interested in the actual race, you will want to watch this back. You and Klopper were actually pretty even keeled for a lot of it.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty fun race. It was. I was wondering when I was gonna find somebody other than a small child or an old man, and it didn't come until it was way too late.
We also did appreciate your D machine grind. If you go back and look in the community club's channel, that ended up being part of our original fan art, the non-cursed fan art for this stream.
Yeah, that ended up being the grind of choice. I know. I don't know if Klopfer went to Dwarf and got the Tella from there, or if he went the roundabout way and did the D-Mist to get the Earth Crystal for Tella. Probably would have been easier to go to Dwarf first.
Yeah, he did Dwarf fairly early on.
Okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, I wanted to get telepowered up so I could go to that D-Machine grind, and then I had a brief thought that Plague might be at the CPU, or Plague might be at CPU spot, and then I saw CPU at Elements, and that was a big old nope. And then I just, I cleaned up Earth. I imagine he went to Moon a little bit earlier than I did, and I wanted to gamble on K value because I found Legend Sword there more often than I would care to admit. And it just, even though it was all Gauntlet and it was fast with a couple weak and nuke casters, it was just not the right play. Yep. Thank you very much.
We were 100% serious throughout this entire seed, we promise.
Absolutely.
And I 100% believe that.
But it will be a fun one to go and to watch back. You both, like I said, ran really fantastic races, and we apologize that we talked over a lot of it. But majority of it, but that's fine. You know why? Because you all provided excellent entertainment for us, and we do appreciate everyone who comes out to the Wacky races and who has made this club what it is. We could not do this without all the wonderful people who like to basically just sort of jump into the weird FE kiddie pool that we've set up, the one that's full of like all like the pool toys. Like we have like the pool noodles and like the floaties that the other pools don't have, and that's why we're the cool ones.
Aha. Hey, I don't mind if the Chocobo stable was a little empty this time. And as long as we're on the subject of apologies, I apologize for leaving my casters all at battle speed 1 for that Z fight. I was trying to put all my ducks in a row and do a swag walk, and as soon as I clicked on the tile to get into the fight, I thought to myself, oop, I forgot one thing. Then I looked at my levels and I said, whatever. Yep. I haven't played all of them yet. And I don't recall if you've done payable gold bez on this, on the Wacky races. Ah, okay. Yeah.
Oh, Zoe. Somehow I think you forgot to put your mic on this scene.
We went so long without an audio mess up.
Wait, now chat, you can hear the rest of us. We're hoping.
Whoa.
So sad now. So close.
You're so close, Zoe. We're so close. Okay, chat can hear the rest of us, but not Zoe. I know. This is the same thing that I ran into. So I feel you, Zoe.
Fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Are you
Fine.
CNC, thank you so much for stopping in, doing the interview with us. We really do appreciate it. And we hope to see you back for another one. I know we only got a few more of these left before the tournament starts up, but we'd be super happy to see you back in Wacky races again.
Yep, thanks for having me, and glad I was able to hop in this one.
Thanks so much.
Fantastic. Thank you.
All right.
Take care.
With that, I'm going to transition us over to the wheel scene because apparently I lied last week. That was not the only time you'll see my face. You'll see it again today. So.
Aww. You got the
Hello.
ears on and everything. Wait. Now let's make sure. Chat, can you hear Zoe?
Can you hear me?
Yay, we can hear Zoe. Hooray.
I can be heard. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Let me get my actual way to spin the wheel here. Where is it? Wait.
Here. Can I reach it? I can reach it. I can at least, though you will not see me, I can at least give you all one last ASMR wheel spin before we have to retire my wheel Chan. So let's go ahead and give that a spin. Hopefully that came through on the mic.
I did not hear it.
It absolutely did not.
Dang! Whatever. You know what? Spin this digital wheel, I guess, while I'm over here with my not really handcrafted, with my IKEA wheel.
All right. If it lands on Sky Warriors, we'll just re-roll because I forgot to update the wheel before we started.
What we got?
Forward is the new Mac.
Oh, this one breaks my brain a little bit.
Oh, this one's so fun. Oh.
So if you don't know, basically what happens is all sprites walk backwards. Is one half of it. The other half of it is that all attacks are back attacks.
See, Blaha Chanceli.
Yes. Yay! And I believe I'm going to double check what the extra objective is for that. You must complete Mount Ordeals and play the one back attack that is now a forward attack.
I love it. I love it so much.
That's fantastic.
Yes. So thank you all so much for joining us for this episode of Wacky Races. It has always been wonderfully fun to come in to participate with all of y'all. I'm just going to say this is going to be my last stream for the season. We won't get too much into details, but I'm going to be taking a break.
Yep.
You can, if you go and see me on Twitter, you can get some more information about all that. But I really wanted to come in today. I wanted to sort of end really strong, and I could not have had a better time with Zoe Dijon and Smapey. It was absolutely fantastic. Y'all are amazing, and just thank you for bringing so much wonderful light and good cheer at a time when I definitely needed it.
Yeah. Hey, Scala, thank you so much for working with me on this idea, being my co-captain, and spending Saturday afternoons for the past like 6 or 7 weeks just hanging out with me and having fun. You're one of my best friends, and this was
Aww.
absolutely been a fantastic experience. And we'll have 2 more weeks of this. I'll be restreaming, and I'll have a great crew in here to keep up the wacky action, but your presence will be missed for sure.
Well, hopefully we can see about maybe doing something else like this again in the future, the nebulous future that future Scala will have to worry about. But I do believe we need to go bring all this good love and feeling somewhere.
Yeah, and I think we're going to head on over to Heart Gamer, fantastic member of the community, good friendo, spouse to another free enterprise player, Tybalt.
Yes.
So go say hi to Heart.
Yeah, she's practicing some Pink Puff League. We love our Pink Puffs, so we would love to go cheer her on. And yeah, and thank you all again for an absolutely wonderful afternoon, and I hope you all have just the best time. And even if I have to be on the sidelines, don't worry, I'm still going to probably be around and just enjoying all the wonderful and warm feelings that Free Enterprise brings to us all. So thank you all so much. Smapey, Dijon, any last words?
Make them famous.
Oh.
I will take something that would end up on what is it, the Twitter account that's like inhuman anime girl noises. That's fine. Beautiful, perfect. That's how we cut it. I love it. Have a good afternoon, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you all so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. That was a blast.
I'm mainly glad that I got through the entire thing. Was the important thing. I told Zoe I took a preemptive like lay down before this.
Smart.
So it's mainly annoying because I'm at the point where they're like, hey, you can't take any painkillers this week because otherwise it will mess up your surgery. And I'm like, that's great. That's great.
I'm sorry.
I mean, the important thing, which I've kind of told people, is that my prognosis looks really, really good. Is the big thing. And the doctors have a lot of hopes for me that I'll be doing really, really well afterwards. It's mainly just getting to Tuesday. That's the thing at this point. But I've been being really good. I had another appointment yesterday, and that's why I got to go out for brunch. Heck yeah. It's like my motivating thing has been like, all right, do I have to do another like appointment? Great, I'm going to go get some food. Also because I have to be very good and eat well afterwards. Oh no, trust me, I've already had like the nurse on my my case be like, you have to take good care of yourself. Like she has like the super New England accent. You gotta take good care of yourself afterwards. We want you to heal up real nice. And I'm like, all right, thank you, nurse. Everyone has been so nice and so supportive. Like my family has been like great. Like even like my downstairs neighbor, Miss Heather, has been like, look,